Let me test it. How's it look on your end? That's wait. Maybe it's not. Let me make sure. Oh. So Jordan. Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, I should take the shot. Yeah, I think a lot.
Yeah, I did. Thanks.
Yeah.
No worries.
Let's put this down. Sorry, Ted.
Put a thing in the chat and say sorry. Oh, you can pin a comment in the chat and say sorry.
Hello.
Do you want to wait for your mom?
Yes. Maybe turn on the volume.
So,
I really like to talk on this little strange.
so it's connected to everything. I want to do that.
Okay, let's do this all the way.
One long breath. You're laughing with it. You want to watch?
Yes.
Hello, everyone. If you haven't grabbed a water or a snack, please feel free to do so. We're going to start in just a moment. You want to mute their mics for a second? Is that
That's what the stream is. I guess I have to turn that to be that.
so you can't, yeah. Good evening and welcome everyone to tonight's Artist Talk with award-winning graphic designer, video editor, and photographer, Zafri Yussoff. My name is Karl. I'm the branch manager coordinator for Eastern Mennonite University. I am delighted that you have come to join us tonight. A live audience in the library here at Campbell Avenue in Arlington, and an amazing audience in Malaysia online. So you will hear feedback back and forth for saying hello in Malaysia. It's 6 a.m. in Malaysia. That's dedication, that's support, that's love. Okay. Awesome. So I am just the branch manager here and the coordinator of the Incubator Arts and Public Libraries program for Arlington Public Library. We are so happy that you've come to join us to celebrate this program, to celebrate Zafri. I want to take just a few minutes to tell you what the program is all about. I encourage you, if you are a visual artist, to apply if you're interested. The Incubator program was resurrected in September of 2024 as an opportunity to give local artists a chance, amateur artists a chance to showcase their works at any of our 8 library locations. So visual artists who maybe haven't had an opportunity to see their works out in public, to engage audiences like this. This is an application process for them to do that. We had about 25 applicants during the time that we submitted this application. Amazing opportunity. So it's a great opportunity for local artists to get their work seen, to perhaps sell their works, to support their name. It's also a really great opportunity for the library to have vibrant pieces of work, to create placemaking and conversations about art and perspective. So we're really excited to be able to do it. We welcome you if you are a visual artist to apply. We show these pieces for about 4 months at a time, and it's just a really great opportunity. So I'm very, very excited to be here tonight. You are not here for me. I want to pass over the microphone to Zafri Yussoff. He's going to share his process, his experience, and NOIR.
Hello, good evening, sorry, I'm a bit nervous. But I'm just gonna. Just feedback. Okay, pretend you didn't see that. Okay, so welcome everyone, good evening. As Janelle said, I'm Zafri Yussoff. I'm an Arlington freelancer living just down the road. I specialize in graphic design, photography, and videos. Thank you all for joining us on this very special occasion. This is my very first solo debut with my exhibit. This evening, courtesy of 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 Library, I am honored to present 𝗨𝗏, Harrisonburg, Virginia. As Janelle said, this is my first ever solo exhibit. I'm honored to kind of bring it full circle, bringing it home. Yeah, sorry, just give me a minute. Okay. May I ask you all kindly to hold all your questions and comments until the end. Of course, I'll take questions from the chat as well. Yeah, again, just please hold all questions and comments until the end. So therefore, let's begin. So you're all probably wondering, Zafri, what is 𝗨𝗏? Where did it come from? How did it come to your mind? Well, before we get there, our journey begins in 2017, around 8 years ago, which is crazy. So the place where I learned it all. Eastern Mennonite University, also known as EMU for short. It is located in Harrisonburg, Virginia, hence the subtitle. It's just 2.5 hours southwest from here. And by average, it has a student enrollment around 1,200 to 1,600 students. And if Harrisonburg sounds familiar, it's just 10 minutes away from Eastern Mennonite University, also known as JMU. In my senior year of high school, I wanted to study graphic design. That was when my college counselor, 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏, made suggestions about EMU. He had heard great things of the excellent digital media program. So one weekend, my family and I took one weekend trip and did a campus visit, sorry. We did a campus visit there, and after that, the rest is history. So, and also met my future professor, whom you'll meet later. So this was me in 2017, fall of 2017. Obviously, I look very different. This is when I began my time as an undergrad in digital media. Little did I know about the journey that was to come. By the spring of 2020, my junior year, I finally gained the skills of graphic design, what I've always dreamed of. And of course, eventually, I branched out to photography and videos. Sound familiar? And because of the gap year at the time, I decided to take a gap year. Pandemic, sorry. Because of the pandemic at the time, I took a gap year. This was, and around this time, I had to change majors to photography. This was due to curriculum changes, as I kept touching with my professors. However, I was able to keep digital media as my minor. In the fall of 2021, I made my return to campus and of course graduated in the spring of 2022, receiving my Bachelor of Arts in Photography. So if you're a major like me, digital media or photography, you're required to have a senior exhibit here, Margaret, Martin, and Catherine. It is EMU's only exhibit space for students, professors, and faculty, both current students and past present. As you can see, the space can hold solo exhibits or shared exhibits. And like digital media and photography, other majors are required to exhibit here too. These include design, art education, and marketing. And they all fall under the Visual and Communication Arts department, which is also known as 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏 for short. For each major's senior year, they're allowed to choose their own which semester they want to do in the fall or spring, as well as they can choose their own format and theme. So these can apply to photos, videos, graphic design, painting, ceramics, or 3D installations. Which brings me to my theme. So in the fall of 2021, the photos were originally captured on this infrared camera, the Sony 𝗨7R3. In basic terms, infrared means that the camera can take a photo in black and white. The best time to use it would be on a sunny day outside. So therefore it can capture all the light possible in the frame. And we first learned about this camera through the class called Alternative Photo Processes, which was taught by the great 𝗧𝗓𝗧𝗓𝗧𝗓. Jerry is a well-known and a very experienced professor. The objective of Jerry's class was to experiment with different cameras and printing methods. So for one assignment, me and my good friend Jay Shepard, who is in attendance right here, we made friends in the class, and we of course went downtown to experiment with the camera. As you can see, this is my portrait of him and my original photo 𝗨𝗦𝗬𝗧𝗠𝗠 without the effects. So for the street photo, I was instantly fascinated with the result, as you see here. It was then I had a light bulb moment. I thought to add neon lights as a special effect. So I took a shot on Adobe Photoshop, and voila. So afterwards, once finished with this photo, I pitched my theme to Steve Johnson. He was my assignment advisor and professor in portfolio vocation. So he was also the first professor I met back in my campus visit for him. And of course, he approved my theme. So after pitching my theme to him, he then encouraged me to continue photographing around Harrisonburg and to kind of get some variety. And throughout this class, we had class critiques, therefore improving and taking suggestions from the class. And I found that to be very helpful as I was working through my theme. So here is a closer look at 𝗨𝗦𝗬𝗧𝗠. So as you see here, this is in Adobe Photoshop. I did a quick screen recording just to show you guys in real time how it looks like. So 𝗨𝗦𝗬𝗧𝗠 was originally taken at the intersection of Main Street and East Park. And this tablet here, I use this to help. Was to help me draw the respective lines and shapes you see up on the photo, just to get an accurate tracing. And so afterwards, I applied the respective colors and glows to give it that special effect, as you see here. As we move along, you'll see the before and after for each photo. There we go. So my second photo is an overview. Throughout the fall semester, me and Jay kept in touch, and we helped out a lot. Therefore, we continued driving around town together, and JMU was one of our stops. This was taken at the JMU's West Avenue parking deck, almost at the top level. It's before, and that's after. My third photo is across the lake, taken at JMU's Newman Lake. So as you can see, football stadium back there. Yeah, so here's before, here's after. And fun fact, if you look at the reflection in the lake, that was a suggestion from Steve. So thank you, Steve, for that. He thought it would be cool to kind of utilize the lake to show some depth and layers to add to the photo. So thank you, Steve. In Photoshop, I simply copied the photo, flipped it, and of course, decreased the opacity to blend it in all together. My fourth photo is 𝗨𝗦𝗬𝗧𝗠. This was taken, at the time, this was taken behind Duke's Bar and Grill. It is now being replaced by Broad Porch Coffee Company. Here's before, and here's after. And this is probably my second favorite photo after 𝗨𝗦𝗬𝗧𝗠. So here is Industrial 1. My fifth photo, it was taken at the George's Harrisonburg feed mill. Fun fact again, one of my classmates, Alyssa, she suggested this location, so thank you, Alyssa. Simply set up a tripod right here, setting with the camera on top, and just capture right away. Then for the next photo, it's actually the next building of the mill, which you'll see in a bit. Here's before, and here's after. For my sixth and final photo, I submitted it to this photo competition hosted by the American Institute of Architects out in California. There are other locations throughout the US too. So overall, there were 4 categories up for consideration. The exterior category, won by 𝗍𝗏𝗧𝗔 for fishbone. The interior category, won by 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗔 for angular linear. And the digital media category, won by Tom Griffith for music center. So as I said, there were 4 categories. The last one is the People's Choice category. So I submitted my photo for digital media. There are other plans. The jury made it clear that all submissions were also eligible for the People's Choice category. So I technically still had a chance. So, therefore, as you see here, like I said, this is Industrial 2, my 6th and final photo. As I said earlier, this was the next building of the mill, turning to my right. This before, this is after. And therefore, if you look on to your right, I won the People's Choice category. Thank you, thank you. So this will be on their website until 2026, as the competition's every 2 years. I'd like to thank my mom, Rosia, who's over there, for her encouragement to help submitting the photo for the competition. So thank you, Mom. And of course, thank you to all who voted and your overwhelming support. So moving on to my inspirations, I want to show you 2 key examples, a classic one and a recent one. Starting with the classic one, it's Blade Runner, the movie, starring Harrison Ford from 1982. I first watched it in cinema class, also taught by Jerry, and way back in the fall of 2018. So upon first viewing, I was blown away with the visuals, the setting, and of course, the video, as you see here. It's an adaptation of the 1968 book, Andor's Dream of Electric Sheep. And the film was supposed to be set in LA in 2019. And it's ironic that 2019 was just 6 years ago. So in the next example, the recent one, Cyberpunk 2077, releasing just 5 years ago. So it was developed by company CD Projekt Red, based in Poland. So as the title suggests, you're in the year 2077. You play your own character, you choose your own path as you explore the fictional night city. So coincidentally, as I brainstormed 𝗨𝗦, it was perfect time to go back to the game and kind of really immerse myself and get that true inspiration. So the photos you see on the right were actually taken by me in photo mode. So you're probably wondering, what's photo mode? These days, with a big scale game like this, after pausing the game, you can control a virtual camera and also to capture screenshots with customizable settings, so similar to real life, of course. These include character poses, time of day, lighting, filters, etc. Overall, this umbrella label will be called virtual photography. Like Cyberpunk, there are other games that have this feature as well, such as Hogwarts Legacy or Spider-Man. So after everything has been prepared, I was finally ready to present my seniors. So as I mentioned earlier, this is at the Margaret Martin Gaming Gallery in April 2022. So this is me and my family, me and Steve Johnson over there. So I shared my exhibit at the time. So I shared my exhibit at the time because that's how it worked. But now, as I said earlier tonight, this is my debut solo exhibit. So the fellow seniors I shared it with were Theo and Alyssa, who I mentioned earlier. So Theo and Alyssa, they're focused on portrait photography, which both were fantastic. And surprise, I was able to make my first title overall with the original copy of 𝗨𝗦𝗬𝗠𝗧𝗠. So this was to my fellow seniors' parents, Asha. So they were interested to kind of display it in their office in Harrisonburg. So thank you to Asha and her parents for your support. So here are my goals moving forward as I conclude from this exhibit. As a freelancer, as I mentioned, I'm a freelancer. I want to continue creating graphic design, photography, and videos with a passion. Collaborate with clients where we share a similar vision. Challenge myself and learn new ways of digital media. And compete in more contests and open calls. And most importantly, I want my art to inspire future artists. So as we conclude this journey together, I'd like to thank the following people. So I have some heartfelt messages, so I'm going to read off my notes here. First of all, to my family in attendance, as well as in Malaysia. So thank you to my brother 𝗧𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗦𝗧𝗔, my mom Rosia, my dad Zinal. Thank you all for believing in me through the highs and lows. Thank you for your help and planning on leading up to tonight's event. Your support has given me the strength to take the chances and follow my passion. And I would not be here today without your encouragement and belief in my potential. So thank you all. The next person I'd like to thank is Jerry Halsapel. Fun fact about Jerry, in the upcoming month of May, he'll be retiring from the industry after 25 years. Of course, I'd like to thank him for his introduction of the camera, but to also acknowledge his contributions on kickstarting 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 all those years ago. So thank you, Jerry. It was an honor to be your student, and I wish you a happy retirement. The next person I'd like to thank is 𝗨𝗏 Johnson. As I mentioned earlier, he was the first professor I met back in my campus visit. So it came full circle when I had my senior year and graduated. He was also essential on helping me expand my vision and creative skills. So thank you, Steve, for teaching everything I know. Next is Jay Shepherd, who's in attendance right here. As I mentioned him earlier, we had just met in our senior year. In addition to sharing Jerry's class, we also, of course, we're in the same dorm too, by coincidence. So we hung out a lot, of course. And as I look back, we were there for each other. And we still are today. So thank you, Jerry, for an awesome friendship and your contributions to the young. Next are my close friends, my other close friends in Northern Virginia, ranging from my family circles to my own aunts in Harrisonburg. Like my family, every one of them has shared the support and encouragement to see me thrive. And I know some of them since elementary school. That's saying something. So thank you all. I'm truly grateful. And last, and certainly not least, Janelle Schuler. The Princeton Library Supervisor. So back in October, I received an email from her. That was when she congratulated me on my selection. I'll never forget that day. So her communication and knowledge have been very helpful and informative. For the future artists looking to exhibit here, you're in great hands. So thank you, Janelle, for your contribution as well. Which brings me to my final point, the Incubator Call for Art program by the Art Exhibition Committee. So all of this here displayed would not have been possible without their open call and interest to showcasing upcoming local artists. couldn't be more grateful for the opportunity and chance to truly introduce myself to Arlington. Thank you. So you all can follow me here as you enter the media, hear my hero codes if you're interested. Before I get to questions, I want to address a few things. First, if you haven't already, in that blue container over there, feel free to grab your own bookmark as a souvenir. This is to commemorate my debut solo exhibit today. And also have my QR codes there too. Second, if you look at the portfolio book, those are my original test works for NOIR. As intended, these were to test the sizing colors and sizing correctly. In some photos did not make the final cut for neon. So you may find something in there. And of course, with the photos outside hung up on a red wall. They're up for sale actually. 20% of each sale will fund towards the Friends of Arlington Public Library. Talk to me afterwards if you're interested. And as a bonus, follow up with the portfolio book. Those are also for sale as well. Feel free to talk to me afterwards. And finally, as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm an Arlington freelancer in the area, specializing in graphic design, photography, and videos. If anyone has certain projects or commissions for me, we can talk afterwards. So, yeah, I'll leave it up for questions. That's it. Yes, Alex.
Showing your presentation, a major question that I have is, why did you choose to use neon lights for your whole theme of your collection out of everything else?
Okay. So the question was, why neon lights? Why neon lights for NOIR? Well, as I mentioned earlier, the Blade Runner and Cyberpunk were the key inspirations, but I realized myself as I was reflecting on the project, I've always been inspired and fascinated with that look, that neon futuristic look. So creating a Photoshop that really gave me the big background to kind of test around and stuff. So I really kind of wanted to bring it my own, and the bonus of kind of giving back to Harrisonburg as well, since I call it my second home after 4 or 5 years there. That's one kind of way to say thank you to the city itself. Yes.
Do you plan to do any other cities or any other areas that's not Harrisonburg?
Yeah, so the question was, any other cities after Harrisonburg? Yes, there are other cities planned. So since graduation in 2022, my family and I have respectively traveled to a lot of places: Malaysia, Ireland, England, Philadelphia, New York, New Jersey. So throughout that time, I brought my camera with me to photograph the respective cities. So therefore, a potential series is in the works. So I understand respectfully it takes time to all the lead neon lights together. But in future exhibits, hopefully, I'll expand to other cities. Yes, Jay.
Following up with that question, the biggest draw, I think, is the highlighting of the geometry within the photo taken. Do you think that you would expand NOIR beyond cities and buildings?
That's a good question.
Natural geometry.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, if I'm able to travel to the mountain area, Rocky Mountains, Shenandoah Valley, I'll definitely try that out. So I don't think it's been done before, so all the more reason to try. Yes.
What editing software do you use?
Adobe Photoshop. Yeah. I recall upon first learning in graphic design, Steve was very patient with me, so I admit I was a bit frustrated at times, but once I was locked in, then it became easy, really easy. So, yeah. Yes?
If you were to expand your series, if you had more time, or if you were doing a different environment, would you do anything in particular differently with neon lights, or would you use a different technique, style?
Yeah, I think I'll be open to that. So as I said earlier in my goals, I want to try to challenge myself in various ways. So yeah. Yes, story.
I think we've got 6 great shots that made the first shot. Out of curiosity, I'm sure that you have many more. If you could give a summary of like how many you had in total, not an exact number, but how you came to pick those 6, and what was that process like?
Yeah. So as I said earlier, some photos did not make the final cut. If you go to my website, there are actually 10 photos overall. And the reason I chose these 6 particularly, as well as back in my senior exhibit, they kind of spoke to me in a line, a visual line saying that, okay, all of these guys make sense together. So I think that was a good way to kind of get a good balance and really showcase it all. Yes, Nancy.
Did you choose which colors you put in where they went?
Yeah, so the colors. So I decided to choose pink and blue as my primary colors. I think a key reason was from that one scene in Blade Runner, but also blue happens to be my favorite color, and I kind of wanted to showcase it a lot. Pink was to kind of get a good contrast per se. So therefore, especially with 𝗨𝗦𝗬𝗧𝗏, you see blue here and pink there. I kind of wanted to kind of make it a good visual. Yeah. Yes, to know.
I was wondering, some folks I know would make it a little bit like maybe pieces or haven't seen the red one. Do you mind pulling some of them up so we can get them and we
Yes.
answer them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, and we have some questions from the chat. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Just go here real quick, sorry. Just quick access, hold on. So this is my website. I'm just gonna pull up the NOIR tab. 1 second, there we go. Oops. Okay, so let me fix this. So I hope that's clear. Oh, man. Okay, well, mainly the first 6 matter, but anyway. Okay, I'll try it. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, oh, wait. Try it. Okay. Let me start with my cousin Jules. Can we apply the same neon effect to a hyperlapse video? Yes. So that can be done in After Effects, Adobe After Effects. You just gotta animate the respective lines and to make it really, really cool. So, for example, this arch here, I would go from like the Walt Disney logo from beginning to end like that. So there'll be a lot of layers to do, but a lot of rendering to do, but it can be done. The next question, also from Jules. Oh, I enjoyed this. Really cool. Okay, my next question is from 𝗏, one of my close friends from 𝗧𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗦𝗧𝗔. He asked me, how many hours did you play on Cyberpunk, and what the console did you play it on? So, fun fact, it was actually Izan's copy of the game. and it wasn't mine. But however, he's not spending so much time exploring, so I just kind of just took on my liberty to explore my own. Anyway, but it was just enough for me to digest the immersive atmosphere of my city. So yeah. Any other questions? Yes. Yes. So obviously with the Sony camera, that was through. I don't have access to that anymore, but with my camera, which is actually this one right now. So I would take in color first and then convert it to black and white. If after some tweaks here and there, then I'll have medium effects. Any other questions? Yes, directly.
So, I know you said inspiration for later on. I don't know, just a second. Which one did you prefer in terms of style? Like, why?
So, fun fact, I've yet to see the second movie. But I've seen images overall, how it differs from 1982 to 2017. But I noticed a good presence of blue and pink, as I mentioned earlier. So, but it's on the watch list. Any other questions? Yes, Alex.
So for the use of the neon lights, line work of each of your series, like, did you just randomly pick of each moment in the photograph of what appeals to you, of what is going to be the neon light and what will just be left alone? I mean, what attracts you of putting the elements where you did it?
Yeah, so I realized myself that I love architecture photography. As I said, like I like the neon future effect aspect of it. So as you see with a lot of lines here, I just saw lines, you know, and like you know how when you're drawing, you're trying to get that 3D text, get to draw those lines and stuff. So imagine that for this, like for example, this one. Lively Town, so like I just see it popping out at me. So I envision that immediately. So I want to create that instantly. So and even the alley photo, I'm just so surprised I made the final cut because, and it's my second favorite photo because when I showed you the before without the effects, it's just it's just any other alley, and therefore I show some love to it. So. Any other questions? Okay. Well, that concludes it. So, yeah, if anyone has any interest on the exhibit or my test prints or commissions, feel free to talk to me. So, yeah, thank you for coming, guys. Thank you so much. So, feel free to stick around. And we also have questions. Great. Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you. Hey. Yeah, so
I know, I'm gonna go.
Thanks. You're great. So, yeah. Is this your overall architecture? Yeah, that's all I have. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yes, I was there last year. Yeah, I got some houses. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Okay. Not my first experience. So I don't know how far into I've only done he's not really good outside. We're trying to provide some studio space. I mean, I just I don't yeah, I love that too. I was like, it's just literally, I just me and Jay were just walking. Sound is great. This is a nice spot. Yeah, and then that's sometimes that's really how it is. I like what you showed it. And then, these are oh, sure, yeah.
But what I do now is we actually recommend it to high school. But I didn't know that I come off of something you yeah, I do live What was your suggestion?
That's good.
Okay, this one. No, that was right out here. You're right.
Yeah. It's still one of those. It's all right. I guess I'm going to be in the document. Oh, I appreciate that.
So, so you guys resided. Yeah, so we do. I know we didn't talk about you guys are. Yes, yeah, I'll take pictures, yeah. We already want to as well. Let's see that. Oh, and also. Oh, yeah, sure. Like this honestly, yeah, bro.
I'm going.
I mean,
I don't know, bro. It just looks like
I like how you signed it. Like you read.
Yes, we'll look it up. Yeah, we thought I guess that would be
It's a real good thing. Oh, yeah. Next song. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Announcement for those of you who travel in the rest of the building, 5 minutes.